I died, choking on rain and betrayal. My lungs burning as the icy downpour filled them like concrete. My husband's taillights mocking me from the rear view of his gleaming black Escalade as it sped away into the Seattle night. 1 minute I'm screaming his name, Ethan. You bastard, clawing at the locked door of that godforsaken motel on the edge of nowhere. The next I'm gasping awake in my old queen-sized bed. Sheets tangled around legs that feel too light, too young. The alarm clock blinking 7:15 a.m. On a date I haven't seen in 5 years. June 12th, 2020. I'm back.
众生
They call it in those trashy web novels I used to binge. But this is real, my heart slamming like a jackhammer. The faint scar from my C-section faded to nothing on my belly. The divorce papers that never got filed because he killed me first, now just a ghost in my mind. I bolt upright. The room spinning. That familiar ache in my chest, not from drowning, but from the memory of it. The apartment smells like fresh coffee and vanilla candles, our old place in Capitol Hill. Before the upgrades. Before the lies piled up like debt. Ethan's side of the bed is empty. But I hear him in the kitchen, humming some bullshit indie tune, the clink of his mug against the counter. My hands tremble as I touch my face, smooth skin. No crow's feet from the stress of running his empire while he schmoozed investors. Riley Harper. 32 again. Not 37 and broken. The baby, our daughter. Mia, we lost her in that car crash he caused. Drunk on victory champagne after closing the deal that bankrupted half of Seattle's tech scene. He blamed me. Said I was the distraction. The weak link. Left me in the rain that night after I confronted him about the affair. About siphoning funds to his mistress's offshore account. Minutes later. Karma?
No.
That was me. Or what was left of me. Hacking his emails from a burner phone before the hypothermia set in. Tipping off the feds anonymously. But it wasn't enough. He walked. Spun it as corporate espionage. And I washed up on the sound like driftwood.
Now?
Fuck karma. This is my reset button. I swing my legs over the bed, bare feet hitting the cool hardwood, and I stare at the mirror across the room. Same hazel eyes. Wild auburn hair tousled from sleep. But there's a fire there now. Forged in the cold Pacific. I won't let it happen again. Mia will live. Ethan will burn. And this time, I'll light the match myself. I pad into the kitchen, forcing a smile that's all teeth. Ethan's there in his crisp button-down, already on his second pour of Ethiopian roast, scrolling Bloomberg on his tablet. Morning, babe, he says without looking up. That easy charm that hooked me at the UW mixer a decade ago. Tech bro with a law degree, building Harper Dynamics from a garage startup to a cybersecurity giant valued at $500 million. Or so he tells the world. I know the rot underneath, the backroom deals, the NDAs burying whistleblowers, the way he ghosted his own mom after she asked for a loan. Morning, I reply, voice steady as I pour my own cup. Black.
No sugar.
My hands itch to grab the knife block.
But no.
Patience. Riley. This is Act 1. I lean against the counter, watching him, memorizing the tick in his jaw when he's hiding something. Today's the day he pitches the Apex merger to the board, the one that'll line his pockets while screwing over thousands of employees, including me. The operations lead he'll fire in a year to cover tracks. In my first life, I signed off on the diligence reports, blind faith in us. This time, I'll rewrite the script. We eat breakfast like it's normal, toast for me. His avocado smash obsession, and he kisses my cheek on the way out. Promising date night at Canlis. Big things today. This could be at the IPO. His eyes sparkle with that predatory gleam. I nod, wave from the door, and the second his Audi purrs down the street, I'm on my laptop. First things first, access the hidden drive. In the old timeline, I found it too late, encrypted folders labeled Legacy, stuffed with proof of his embezzlement, the affair with Lena Voss, his COO and side piece, the faked emails framing me for the leaks that tanked our stock pre-IPO. Password, Mia 2020. It clicks open like a loaded chamber. There it is, the merger docs. Red flags screaming from the margins, inflated valuations, shell companies in the Caymans. And buried deeper, the real poison, the whistleblower file on his mentor, Old Man Hargrove, who suicided after Ethan pushed him out. Hargrove's death was the original sin, the one Ethan pinned on me in whispers to the board, saying I was unstable, meddling in finances. That's why they believed him when he said I drowned by accident, pushed too hard in our argument. I downloaded all to a thumb drive, heart pounding. Not enough to take him down yet. That's too clean. Too quick.
No.
I want him to feel the slow unraveling, the paranoia eating him alive. Step 1. Plant the seeds. I fire up a VPN, create a ghost email, shadowplay@protonmail.com. First message. To Lena, I know about the Caymans. TikTok. Anonymous. Untraceable. Let her squirm. Start pointing fingers at him. Divide and conquer. By noon, I'm at the office, Harper Dynamics' gleaming tower in South Lake Union. All glass and ego. The receptionist buzzes me up, and I ride the elevator alone, rehearsing my lines. Ethan's in the boardroom, schmoozing. So I hit my desk.
Pull up the shared drive.
Subtle changes. Tweak a valuation model here. Flag a compliance issue there. Nothing overt, just enough to make the lawyers pause during due diligence. And for the personal touch, I slip into HR's portal. Update my emergency contact to my sister,
Jess.
back in Portland. In the old life, he isolated me from her, called her toxic.
Not this time.
Afternoon bleeds into strategy sessions. Ethan's team huddles. Lena at his right hand, her blonde bob and power suit screaming ambition. She shoots me a cool glance. In this timeline, we're still friends, yoga buddies on weekends. Riley, thoughts on the risk assessment? Ethan asks. All inclusive. I smile. Sweet as pie. It's solid, but we should double-check the offshore ties. Regs are tightening post-Panama Papers. Murmurs around the table. Lena's eyes narrow. Seed planted. Evening hits like a freight train. Date night at Canlis. The view of the Sound glittering under city lights. We split Dungeness crab. Champagne flutes clinking. And he toasts to us. Unbreakable. I laugh. Lean in. Whisper. Always.
Babe.
But inside, I'm mapping his downfall. Leak to the SEC in a month. Frame it as internal audit gone wrong. Stir the pot with his investors, old college buddy Mark, who he screwed on equity shares. And Mia, God, I have to save her. The crash was 6 months from now. Black ice on I-5 after his holiday party. This time, I'll make sure we're not there. Or better, I'll be driving. As we stumble home, buzzed and tangled in the sheets, his hands on me feel like chains. I fake the moans, plot the escape, Sleep comes fitful. Dreams of rain and red taillights. Tomorrow, I dig deeper into Hargrove's suicide. The old man left a trail, letters, recordings. If Ethan's hands are dirty, I'll drag them into the light. But as his breath evens out beside me, I wonder, how far will I go? In the old life, I was the good wife, the fixer.
Now,
I'm the ghost come calling. And ghosts don't forgive. Waking up to Ethan's alarm the next morning feels like slipping into a ill-fitting skin, familiar, but itching with secrets. It's day 2 of my second chance, and the high from the reset is fading into a gritty resolve. I roll over, watch him shave in the ensuite, the steam fogging the mirror like my doubts. Bored loved the tweaks. He calls over the lather. Lena's on edge.
though.
Thinks you're gunning for her job. He chuckles, but there's a probe in it. Testing. I slip out of bed, pad to the doorframe in my tank top and boy shorts, playing the devoted wife. Me?
Nah.
Just doing my due diligence. Can't have another Theranos on our hands. His laugh echoes off the tile, too sharp, too rehearsed. In the old timeline, that's when the barb started. Him accusing me of paranoia after I questioned the books.
Now.
I file it away. He's already sniffing for threats. Breakfast is a minefield of small talk, his pitch follow-up. My yoga class cover for meeting Jess downtown. She's the one person I can trust. The sister who saw through Ethan's charm from day 1. Portland trip soon? Ask casually. Buttering toast. He pauses, fork midway to his mouth.
Why?
You plotting a getaway? Eyes on me now. Blue and unreadable. Just thinking of Mia. We could make it a family thing.
Lie.
Mia's not even a blip yet, conceived in September. Lost in December. But dropping her name plants the idea. Binds him emotionally before I cut the cords. His face softens. The mask slipping.
Yeah.
Soon. He kisses me goodbye. Longer than usual. And I taste the calculation on his lips. Good. Let him wonder. Jess meets me at Pike Place. Under the public market's bustle, fishmongers hurling salmon, tourists snapping pics of the original Starbucks. She's unchanged. Curly brown hair. Freckles. That no bullshit stare from our Oregon childhood. You look haunted. What's up? We hug. Her arms strong from CrossFit. Over clam chowder in a corner booth. It spills out not the death, not the rebirth, but the cracks. Ethan's hiding something. The merger smells off. I slide her the thumb drive under the table, disguised as a keychain. Copy this. If anything happens to me, her spoon clatters. Jesus. Riley. You're scaring me. This about that Hargrove shit again. I nod. Throat tight. Hargrove, Ethan's first backer. The grizzled VC who bankrolled the startup with his retirement fund. Suicide in 2018. Pills and a note blaming market stress. But I remember the bruises on his wrists from the old files. The anonymous tip about coercion. Ethan called it coincidence. But coincidence doesn't buy a $2 million yacht. Jess's eyes harden. You think he? She trails off, glancing around. Paranoia's contagious. Not yet. But I'm digging. We talk logistics, her as safe deposit for the drive, a burner phone synced to mine. And if I say rain check, you go to the feds. No hesitation. She squeezes my hand. Promise you'll be careful? For the niece or nephew on the way. Not yet. But soon. Always. Back at the office. The tension's thicker than Seattle fog. Lena corners me in the break room. Her latte steaming like her temper. What's your angle, Riley? Those flags in the diligence, trying to tank the deal? I sip my water. Calm as a lake before the storm. Just protecting the company. You know, fiduciary duty. Her laugh is brittle. Nails tapping the counter. In the old life, she was my confidant. The one who warned me too late about the affair. Now, she's the other woman. 6 months deep. Texting him heart emojis while I'm balancing his books.
Fine.
But Ethan's counting on this. On us.
Us.
The word hangs, laced with implication. I lean in, voice low. Then let's make sure it's airtight. For everyone's sake. She flinches good. The email I sent her last night? She's probably deleted it. But the doubt festers. Evening brings the first real test. Ethan's investor dinner at the Metropolitan Grill. Steakhouse power plays with aged scotch and aged grudges. I dress sharp, black sheath. Heels that click like accusations and charm the room, Mark from college. Now a venture capitalist with a grudge over diluted shares, Sylvia Chin. The shark lawyer who buried Hargrove's claims, a dozen suits nursing beef Wellingtons. Ethan's in his element. Arm around my waist. Spinning tales of Apex's synergies. Riley hears the backbone, he boasts. Hand sliding possessive. I smile. But under the table. My foot nudges his, subtle reminder, I'm watching. Mark pulls me aside during dessert. Breath, whiskey sour. Heard whispers about offshore crap. You seeing it too? My pulse spikes. Old timeline. He confronted Ethan. Got blackballed. Whispers are just that. But eyes open. Right? I slip him a card with my ghost email. If you hear more. He nods.
Grim.
Seed 2. Home by midnight. Ethan's buzzed and amorous. Hands roaming as we crash through the door. I let him. Mind elsewhere, plotting the next leak. A whistleblower post on Glassdoor. Anonymous. Insider trading at HD? Check the Caymans. It'll hit the wires by morning. Rattle the stock 2%. Force a pause on Apex. But as he rolls off me, snoring, guilt creeps in. Is this me, the betrayer now? No, this is justice. Raw and American. The kind that built empires and toppled them. Think Enron. Think Madoff. Ethan's no different. Just smaller scale. Day 3 dawns with headlines. Harper Dynamics faces scrutiny over merger. Ethan's phone blows up during breakfast. His face thunderous. What the fuck is this? He slams it down. Eyes on me. I blink innocent. PR nightmare. You think it's sabotage. His gaze bores in. Anyone you know pissed off? I shrug.
Sip coffee.
Plenty. But hey, transparency's good, right? He storms out, and I exhale. Cracks forming. That afternoon, I hit the Hargrove Trail. Public Records Office downtown. Microfiche dust and fluorescent hum. His death certificate. Voluntary overdose. But the autopsy addendum, requested by family. Sealed. Hints at restraint marks. I snap photos on my phone. Heart racing. Next. His widow. Evelyn. In Bellevue. I drive the 405. Rain spitting on the windshield, and knock on her Craftsman door. She's frail. 70s. Eyes like chipped porcelain. Mrs. Hargrove, I'm Riley Harper. Ethan's wife. Her laugh is a wheeze. The fixer. Come for tea. Over Earl Grey. She unloads. The pressure. The threats veiled as advice. The forged docs making it look like her husband embezzled. Ethan said it was mercy, pushing him out before ruin. But I saw the emails. Blackmail. My blood runs cold. You have copies? She nods.
Slow.
For the right moment, we exchange numbers. Jackpot. Back home. Ethan's late meetings. I know, Lena's penthouse. I hack his Find My iPhone easy. Shared account, and watch the dot pulse downtown. Instead of rage,
Ipul wine.
toast myself. Tomorrow, escalate. Tip Sylvia Chin anonymously about the Hargrove files. Let the lawyer turn. But sleep evades. Rain pattering the window, like fingers. In the mirror, my reflection smirks vindictive.
Alive.
This power? Addictive. But the cost, Mia? Our future. I have to time it right. One wrong move. And the reset fails. Ethan stirs in bed, murmuring her name, Lena's. I clench fists. Soon, you'll murmur mine in screams. Week 2 of the reset. And the air in our apartment crackles like the static before a lightning strike. The Glassdoor post did its job. Stock dipped 5%. Analysts sniffing for blood. Ethan pacing like a caged wolf every night. It's internal, he snarls over takeout tie. Chopsticks stabbing pad CEW. Someone's got access. His eyes flick to me.
Accusatory.
But I play dumb. Scrolling Insta, on my phone. Heart emoji reactions to baby bump pics from college friends.
Inside.
I'm orchestrating. The anonymous tip to Sylvia Chin landed. Her firm requesting supplemental docs on the merger. Lena's unraveling, snapping at juniors. Dark circles under her eyes.
Good.
Let the rats turn on each other. But the real controversy brews in me. Do I go nuclear early? Leak the Hargrove emails to the PI? No, too messy. Implicates me as the source. Instead, I opt for the American special, lawsuit bait. Morning of day 10. I'm in a coffee shop near the office. VPN up. Drafting as concerned employee to the EEOC. Claims of gender bias in promotions. Me passed over for Lena. Despite my ops lead title. Attach falsified emails. Ethan's words. Twisted just enough. Riley's too emotional for board level. It's libelous. Risky. But it'll force an investigation. Drag HR through the mud. Expose the slush fund he uses for retention bonuses.
Send.
Adrenaline surges. Hot and sharp. This isn't just revenge. It's reckoning for every woman he steamrolled. Including me. In the old life. I swallowed it. Smiled through the glass ceiling he installed.
Now?
Shatter it. Office is a hornet's nest. Ethan's called an all hands. Standing at the front of the atrium. Mic in hand. That megawatt smile strained. Rumors are just that, distractions from our vision. Claps.
Forced.
I stand in the back. Arms crossed. Catching Lena's glare. Post-meeting. She corners me and the ladies. You behind a shit? The EEOC. Her perfume chokes me, Chanel no. 5. His favorite. Me? I'm the victim here. I step closer. Voice a whisper. Or are you? How's that corner office treating you? With his ring on your finger someday? She blanches. Makeup cracking. You don't know. I know enough. I brush past. Leaving her sputtering. Seed 3. Paranoia between lovers. Afternoon. Jess calls, voice tight. EEOC confirmed receipt. But this could blow back. You sure? Positive.
Lie.
Doubt Nas. What if it tanks the company? Jobs lost. Hundreds of families. Like ours was. Ethan's empire employs 800 good people. Caught in crossfire. Controversial? Hell yes. But collateral's the price of war. Evening. Family dinner with his parents. Flown in from Boise for support. The in-laws conservative. Churchy. Blind to his flaws. Over pot roast in their hotel suite. They coo about grandbabies. When Riley, clock's ticking. Ethan's mom pats my hand, oblivious to the ring weighing like lead. Soon, I say, forcing warmth. Under the table. Ethan's foot taps nerves. He excuses himself for a call, and I follow minutes later, hovering by the balcony door. His voice low. Lena.
Calm down.
It's not her, probably Mark stirring shit.
Pause.
I know.
Tonight.
Your place. We'll figure it.
Click.
I slip back in. Smile intact. Tonight's the night I accelerate. Plant physical evidence. While he's out, I rifle his briefcase, the merger binder. Sticky notes with Cayman's cords. Snap pics. Upload to my Ghost Drive. Then, the bold move, swap his wedding band with a duplicate from a pawn shop. Engraved inside with Lena's forever. Crude?
Yes.
But when the PI finds it, dropped accidentally in a bar near her place. He returns flushed. Claims investor drama. We drive home silent. Rain slicking the streets. In bed. He reaches for me, routine fuck.
No pasión.
I oblige. Mind on Mia. Conception window opens next week.
Doy.
Trap him with a baby in this timeline? Controversial as hell. Using life as leverage. But Mia deserves to exist. To thrive without his shadow. Next morning, the EEOC subpoena hits his inbox, C-seat to legal. He explodes in the kitchen. Mug shattering on tile. This is sabotage. Riley, you see anything? I kneel. Picking shards. Voice soft. Maybe talk to Lena? She's been off. Ignite. His eyes narrow. Why her? Just a hunch. I stand. Hand him the broom, symbolic. Him cleaning his mess. By noon, he's in her office, doors closed. Voices rising. I eavesdrop from the hall. Your email? The one to the board.
Him.
Furious. Her. Denying.
Bitch.
If you're playing me. I slip away. Smirking. That email? Forged by me last night. From her account, complaints about toxic leadership, time-stamped pre-leak. Afternoon war room. Crisis team. Me included. Sylvia Chen zooms in. Face like granite. EEOC's serious. Gender claims, plus whispers of financial irregularities. Poll records.
Now.
Ethan's sweating. Tie loosened. It's bullshit. Riley. Back me up. Ops was clean under you. I pause. All eyes on me. Moment of truth. Mostly. But the offshore audits. We rushed them.
Gasps.
Controversial cut. Throw him under, without full sink. You bitch. He catches himself. Face red. Sylvia's mic crackles. Interesting. Provide docs by end of day. Meeting adjourns in chaos. He grabs my arm in the hall. Bruising. What the fuck was that? I wrench free. Voice ice. Truth hurts. Ethan. Fix your house. Home that night. He's on the couch. Scotch in hand. Rare vulnerability.
Ri.
If this tanks, we lose everything. Tears? Crocodile. But I sit. Let him lean. We'll rebuild, I murmur, stroking his hair.
Lie.
As he dozes, I text Jess. Rain check protocol. Start with Hargrove widow. She replies instant. On it. Midnight. My phone pings. Ghost email forward from Evelyn. Scan confession letter. Ethan's signature forged on Hargrove's resignation, laced with threats.
Gold.
But sleep? Plagued by what-ifs. The layoffs looming, good folks like Tim from accounting, father of 3, who'd off himself in the old crash. My cuts controversial. Yes, playing God with lives. American dream twisted. Pull yourself up by burning the ladder. Yet, as rain lashes the window, I harden. For Mia. For me. Day 12. The affair cracks public.
Paparazzi tip me.
Actually, anonymous to TMZ. HD CEO and COO spotted at Four Seasons. Blurry pics hit the net. Stock plummets 10%. Ethan's apoplectic. Calling reporters spin. Lena resigns by fax. Coward. He confronts me at dawn. Reeking of booze. You set this up. I laugh.
Cold.
Karma's a bitch.
Babe.
Or, did you forget the rain? His face pales. Does he sense the ghost? What the hell does that mean? Means game's on. I walk out. Bait pecs faces. Resets halfway. Empire crumbling. But my soul? Fracturing. Controversial choices define us. Mine? I'll own them. Win or drown. Month 2 in the reset. And Seattle's summer haze mirrors the smoke I've ignited, Harper Dynamics teetering. Headlines screaming, scandal at the summit, embezzlement allegations rock tech darling. The EEOC probe morphed into a full SEC audit. Sylvia Chen's firm leading the charge with Hargrove's letter as the smoking gun. Ethan's empire hemorrhages, investors pulling out like rats from a fire. Stock trading at pennies. Emergency board meeting called for tomorrow.
Me?
I'm holed up at Jess's in Portland. Sublet crashing on her couch. Burner phone my lifeline. Watching the implosion via CNN alerts. Mia's window closed without conception, my call. Too risky, mid-chaos. But the void aches. A phantom kick in my gut. Jess paces the kitchenette. Coffee black as her mood. You did this.
Ri.
Proud or terrified? Both.
Truth.
The controversial scalpel I wielded, framing emails. Leaked pics, its gutted innocence. Tim's laid off. LinkedIn posts begging for gigs. Guilt festers. But I swallow it like bad meds. Ethan's the cancer, I'm the chemo. Call comes at noon. Evelyn. Voice quavering. Feds called. Your tip panned out. They're exhuming Hargrove.
Click.
Vindication surges. But so does fear. Ethan's desperate now. Cornered animals bite. Back to Seattle that night. Unannounced. The apartment's a tomb. Takeout boxes. Whiskey bottles. Ethan sprawled on the couch in boxers. TV droning Fox News spin. He startles awake. Eyes bloodshot. Riley? What the? Miss me? I drop my bag.
Pour un scotch niet.
No fear. This is my house now. Ghosts rule. He sits up. Disheveled charm gone. This you're doing? The leaks. The witch hunt. I sip. Perch on the coffee table. Knees to his. Witch hunt.
Nah.
Accountability.
Ethan.
American as apple pie and pitchforks. His laugh's hollow. You sound crazy. Like that night, raving about affairs. Pushing me. Revisionist bullshit. That night you left me to die? Yeah. I remember. Words slip too soon. His brow furrows.
D.
What the fuck?
Ri.
You okay? I lean in. Breath, whiskey mingled. Dreams. Nightmares. You driving away. Rain swallowing me. Half-truth, test the waters. He pales. Grabs my hand. God.
Babe.
Stress. The deal's fucked. But we'll fight. Pleading now. The manipulator unmasked. I pull away. Fight? Like you fought Hargrove? Or me? In the end. Silence stretches. Rain starting outside. Fate's soundtrack. Hargrove was weak. Pushed too hard.
Cracked.
I saved the company. Murder.
Ethan.
Coercion.
Forgery. And me?
You planned it, the affair cover. Framing me for the drowning. He bolts up. Towering. You're delusional. Get help, therapy. Pills. But his eyes dart. Guilt's tell. I stand. Nose to nose.
No.
Tomorrow's board. Resign or face charges. Hargrove's files are with the DA. Bluff, he's unraveling. Grabs my shoulders. You bitch. All this for what? Jealousy. For justice. I knee him. Hard, self-defense. Controversial, but earned. He doubles. Wheezing. I bolt to the bedroom. Lock the door. Dial 911 whisper. Domestic dispute. Send help. Cops arrive, sirens wailing. Ethan cuffed on the carpet. Spitting venom. She's insane. Framing me. I play victim flawless. Tear-streaked. Bruises blooming. They separate us. Cruiser to the station. Interrogation room. Coffee, styrofoam. Detective Ramirez. No-nonsense Latina with a stare like lasers. Mrs. Harper. Your husband's alleging mental break. But the timeline leaks started post your Portland trip. I sip. Steady. Fear. Detective. I found the files. Embezzlement. Hargrove. He threatened me. Hand over the thumb drive. Proof. She nods. Types. Dangerous game. Could be seen as extortion. Controversial indeed. Entrapment vibes. But she buys it. Enough for a protective order. Him detained overnight. Dawn breaks gray. Jess drives up. Scoops me. Endgame. Close. Board meeting streams live on the company intranet. Me patched in remote. Chaos. Shouts. Slides of red ink. Ethan. Released on bail. Zooming from a hotel. Face gaunt. Sabotage. External actors. Sylvia interrupts. Or internal. SEC has evidence. Forged docs. Witness statements. Screen shares Hargrove's letter.
Gasps.
Votes fly. Oust him unanimous. He screams pixelated. Riley, this is you. Feet jutes. Empire crumbles mid-morning. Bankruptcy filing. Assets frozen. Lena sues for defamation. Ironic. Mark calls. Alliance forged. You ballsy? Harper. Drinks on me when dust settles. But highs fleeting. Evening. Alone in the apartment, his stuff cleared by movers, I crack. Sobs rack me. Not for him. But the what-ifs. Did I go too far? The layoffs. The suicides averted or caused. Mia's ghost haunts. Unborn again. Phone rings, unknown. Ethan's voice. Slurred. You win.
Ri.
But you broke us. Remember that in the rain.
Click.
Threat or surrender? I trace the call. Burner. His style. Paranoia spikes. I pack. Head to Jess's permanent. Week 3 post-ouster. Headlines crown me whistleblower hero. Op-eds debating hero or homewrecker? Controversial queen. SEC indicts him. Wire fraud. Coercion. Trial looms. But twist whispers. His lawyer contacts me. Plea deal bait. Testify. Get immunity. Tempting, clean win.
But no.
I want the stand. His eyes on mine as I recount the rain. The reset unspoken. Night before flight back. Rain pounds Portland. I stand on Jess's balcony. Soaked. Screaming into the storm, not pain, but release. Showdowns here. High stakes. My life. Second time. I'll play to win. Controversies be damned. Trial month, King County Courthouse. Seattle's granite halls echoing with media frenzy. Satellite trucks clogging the streets like clotting arteries. I'm the star witness. Sworn in on a Bible I don't believe in anymore. Ethan's empire reduced to a defendant's table, him in off-rack suit. Cuffed subtle. Eyes hollowed by county jail. The twist hits pre-testimony. In a coffee run with Ramirez. Harper? He's singing. Blaming accomplices. My gut twists, not victory. But vertigo. Accomplices?
Me.
In the old life.
No, deeper.
Courtroom's a pressure cooker. Sylvia prosecuting. Sharp as a stiletto. Ethan's public defender. Overworked. Fumbling objections. Jury's mixed, tech bros. Moms. Blue-collar holds. Eyes on me as I take the stand. Navy dress modest. Hair pulled tight. State your name. Riley Harper. Relation to defendant? Wife. Estranged. Murmurs ripple. Sylvia paces. Ms. Harper. Walk us through the merger irregularities.
Ido, calm.
Clinical. Offshore shells. Inflated assets. Then the gut punch, and the Hargrove matter. Ethan coerced his suicide threats. Forgeries.
Gasps.
Ethan leans forward, whispering furious to counsel. Cross-exam. Defenders got teeth. You benefited from these irregularities. Ms. Harper. Ops lead salary. Stock options. Motive for fabrication. Controversial barb paints me gold digger. I meet his gaze. Love blinds. Not anymore. Jury shifts, a woman nods. But the twist uncoils post-recess. Sidebar. Judge's chambers. Sylvia pulls me aside. Face grim. Defense has emails from your account. Predating the leaks. Sound like you. Ice in veins. Impossible. See for yourself. Prince, my ghost email. But timestamped wrong, pre-reset. Shadowplay at Proton Mail. Tipping Hargrove's family anonymously. I know he's dirty. Ramirez's words echo. Accomplices. Not me, but in the old timeline?
No.
Deeper dig later. Ethan's burner logs. Calls to a PI firm pre-2020. He knew about the whistleblower threats. Hired shadows to frame.
Me?
Flashback hits. The drowning night. His argument, he pushed me. Yes, but whispered. You started this.
Ri.
The tips. Revelation crashes. I was the original leak. In the first life. Doubting him. I sent that email, gut instinct.
No proof.
He found out. Isolated me. Built the narrative. Unstable wife.
Corporate spy.
The affair? Cover. The abandonment? Execution. My own actions seeded the betrayal. On stand. Voice cracks. Those emails.
Forged.
He mirrored my style. Planted them. Tears real. Grief for the Riley who trusted. Who sparked her doom. Jury buys it. Closing arguments savage him. Not a visionary of Viper. Verdict. Guilty. All counts. 20 years. No parole. Gavel falls. Cheers erupt. Outside. Media swarms. Whistleblower wife wins. I slip away. Jess's arm anchor. But twists aftershock. Evelyn Hargrove waits in the hall.
Cane tapping.
He confessed in lockup. Framed you from the start. Said you were too good. Deserved the fall. Her eyes water. My Tom. He admired you. Left you something. Envelope. Deed to a cabin on Whidbey Island. Hargrove's legacy. For the fighter. Months blur. Divorce final. Assets split, me with the apartment. Him with debts. Harper Dynamics restructures under Mark. Me consulting remote. No empire. But rebirth. Therapy with Jess. Yoga not for show.
Mia.
Adopted plans brew. A girl from Foster. Hazel eyes like mine. Controversial end? Headlines debate. Vigilante justice or deserved reckoning? Protests outside court. Feminists cheering. Corporates decrying witch hunts. I own it, no regrets. Just scars. 1 year post-trial. Rain slick November. I drive to the cabin. Waves crash. Salt air cleanses. Ethan's appeal denied. He's rotting in Walla Walla. I stand on the deck. Wedding ring long tossed. And whisper to the tide. Karma?
Nah.
That was me.
No bi kịch. Have a hoe.
Hard one. Reset complete. Riley Harper. Survivor. Architect of ashes. And in the quiet, I smile. The rain? Just rain now.